What's up, everybody? Me and Yash again today, talking through some NFL Thursday night football. We got the Uncle Bowl tonight. We got the Aaron Rodgers-led Steelers taking on the Joe Flacco-led Bengals.
It's going to be
Yash,
electric.
how you doing? Any instant takes on the game before we get into everything?
Ooh, there's going to be a ton of quarterback rushing upside this game. I cannot wait to see it. It's probably going to be like 20 rush attempts per QB. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I think I saw Aaron Rodgers' line is at 1.5 rush attempts. Joe Flacco's is at half a rush yard, I believe. Pretty funny.
It's going to be TJ Watt's going to put Joe Flacco in the hospital, bro. I'm scared for him.
Yeah, we'll see. It should be a fun one. Instant hot take. I think the Bengals win this game. That's my hot take.
That is a hot take.
I don't know why I think it's going to happen. I don't have like some crazy deep level analysis besides the fact that the Bengals are at home. The Steelers have been coming off of playing some really weak offenses, and I just think the Bengals have a chance to catch them by surprise tonight. I do worry about the Bengals defensively and if they'll be able to stop the Steelers offense, but on the other hand, the Steelers, with who they've been playing the last couple weeks offensively, they played you'll pull up their schedule, but I know they just played bear with me, guys. Sorry. They played the Vikings with Carson Wentz and missing 4 O-linemen. They just are coming off a matchup against the Browns with Dylan Gabriel and having a bye week to prepare for him. And we saw against both of those offenses, they just weren't able to sustain drives. So they were going 3 and out, punting the ball over to the Steelers. Steelers, despite their offensive inefficiencies, were still able to control the ball most of the game because they're the better offense against those teams. And I think the Bengals are a little better than both the Vikings from 2 weeks ago and what the Browns gave them last week. I do think the Steelers defense is strong, but it's not the Steelers defense of the past, right? And I know Jalen Ramsey's kind of banged up. He's been dealing with the hamstring injury. They just got Joey Porter back, their number 1 corner, but he's also dealing with a hamstring injury. So I don't know. It could be a tough match for them having to guard Jamar and T. Higgins, both coming off hammies. Not 2 guys I would want to guard when I'm coming off a lower body injury.
I saw something about the Steelers defense being really good with like short passing offenses and not being so good against deep threat offenses where they can really stretch the field. So if you want some deep level analysis, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, I don't think it gets much better than that for downfield threats. So I'm
going to pull up Outlier real quick. And this can kind of just reference what you were saying, Yash. So Jamar Chase's line at 69.5 receiving yards. He's been over this in 3 of the 6 games so far this season, and absolutely just dominating target share at 29% for the Bengals. But you look at some wide receivers who have gone up against Pittsburgh this year. We've seen them go over their lines quite easily. Addison crushed his line. A lot of that was due to the one big play he broke off at the end of the game. But they still gave up a big play. Jefferson went over his line with whopping 126. JSN went for 100 on him. Cooper Kupp went for 90 on him the same week. The only offense that really wasn't able to get much going through the air was the Patriots. But
Kayshon Boutte outperformed Stephon Diggs, and Kayshon Boutte plays the outside while Diggs plays the slot, if you want some analysis on that.
Yeah, and JSN plays all over. 1 for 103. I think the most comparable seeing Jefferson and JSN both go for over 100.
I was also thinking Jordan Addison too, bro.
I think that looks fares well for Chase. And if you're looking at head-to-head against the Steelers, he typically does pretty well. His last 2 games against them, he went for 96 and 86. We're talking about big plays. So let's look up longest reception for Jamar Chase, where you see he hasn't been hit in his line, which is 23.5 the last week's. But you look again at the Steelers, and they're giving up a lot of big plays to the air, right? Like Josh mentioned, 81-yarder to Jordan Addison, 29-yarder to Jefferson, 43 yards to JSN, 21 to Torrey Horton, 17 to Cup, 20 to Kayshon Boutte. So this defense could definitely get beat a little bit through the air. I do think they're just a better team overall than the Bengals right now. But I do think the Bengals could be able to move the ball through the air at least. My biggest worry is that just because of the lack of the ground game the Bengals have right now, with Chase Brown just running super inefficiently, the O-line not getting much push, I do worry that on third downs, if, say, the Bengals are playing from behind, we know they're going to be throwing the ball a lot. That could allow the Steelers to get a nice pass rush when they're expecting the passes coming, right? So I do worry about that a little bit. But it's not like they're seeing TJ Watt in this Steelers defense for the first time. They're in division rival, and we know that divisional games are weird sometimes. So, yeah, that's kind of my take on just the game overall. Jamar Chase, I like his stuff for tonight. I specifically like receiving yards. I think receptions is fine too, but I prefer receiving yards. We saw Joe Flacco come in and just target him the entire game last week. I'm going to pull this up here, but last night I locked in this slip and sent it to Premium Discord. We had Jamar Chase, 60 receiving yards, T. Higgins, a 15-yard reception, and Darnell Washington, 10 yards, which they're all kind of reduced lines for lowered payout. But putting these together with a profit boost, I think the payout was like a 2.5x payout. So $20 to pay out 50. If you put 50 down, it'd pay out 125 and so on. Talking about Darnell Washington, let's pull him up. But we've been seeing a trend up in Darnell Washington's usage, and Yash actually shouted this on stream last week.
Let Darnell take over Jonnu.
Yeah, if you look at his last two games, he's been getting a lot more involved with the offense. 20 receiving yards against the Vikings, 62 last week against Cleveland. You look at his targets, he's had 5 last week, 3 the week before that, when only having 1 in the first 3 weeks combined. And we've seen his snap share show up, right? And we want to look at this Bengals defense and how they're faring against tight ends. They're really struggling just to receivers overall, and especially so to tight ends. Go back to yards.
Are the Steelers receiving core completely healthy? Or is
Calvin Austin is out, it looks like.
I think that also bodes well for tight end usage then. Yeah, he's ruled out officially.
Yeah, you look at tight end yards against the Steelers, and it's just a whole lot of green here. Only guys who didn't get there were Kraft, and he still went for 40. It's not like he got
just a crazy line he had.
Yeah. Sam Laporta smashed his line. Evan Ingram went over. TJ Hawkinson smashed. Brandon Strange didn't get there, but I'm not really too worried about that.
Dude, 100 yards to the Browns tight ends is crazy.
53 yards to Fannin, yeah. And Njoku got hurt too during the game, so that's also something to think about. I wanted to talk a little bit about DK Metcalf. We've kind of been hating on him a little bit the last couple weeks throughout the show, but he's just dominating targets in this offense.
Are you peeping Kenneth Gainwell randomly being there right now?
Oh, yeah, it's 16.5.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, I think part of that's due to the Warren missing some time and Gainwell filling in.
I mean, last game he got 6 receptions, I think. Like, he's like weirdly falling into like a receiving back role that's like relevant to them. It's very strange.
Yeah. I was looking at Gainwell, some of his props too, but I want to talk about DK Metcalf. I think his stuff's a little bit interesting to me tonight. He's been really playing well. Cincinnati's struggling big time against wide receivers, averaging 156 yards there per game. Metcalf, we all know, is a big threat after the catch, and the Bengals have really struggled with tackling too. That's just something that pops up on film with them a lot of missed tackles, a lot of big plays given up. I would not be surprised to see DK break off a long one tonight. I was looking at his anytime touchdown too, which is at, I believe, plus 150 when I was looking last night, which I don't hate that shout at all. I might like that one more than I like Jalen Warren's plus 100. I think DK is a better shot on that. I also sent two other anytime touchdowns to the Discord last night. I sent Darnell Washington, who we were just talking about, and I sent T. Higgins. We got T. Higgins for plus 250, and we got Darnell Washington for, I want to say, plus 350. So I was just really liking those odds. Only a quarter unit on each of those, but if one of those guys gets in the end zone, we'll make some profits. And DK was kind of my honorable mention. That's why I brought up DK for that.
I mean, DK is outperforming. What was that chart we saw? He's outperforming his usage right now, but like he's getting like 9 targets. He's only catching the ball 4 times, and he's still getting there. So, I mean, if you just see the efficiency go up, I think he's in for a monster game.
Yeah, I know Dale was talking earlier this, or it was either earlier this week or last week, like just being worried a bit about DK's volume, which I get the concerns, but to defend DK with that, I think you just got to account for the offense overall, just not really trying to air the ball out that much. And when they are throwing, it's all going through DK. So if the Steelers find themselves in some better game scripts where they're playing from behind rest of the season, we could see some monster games from DK down the stretch. You look at the target share, he's dominating over 25% of targets within the offense. And who else do they really got at receiver? I was thinking too, we were talking about Jacoby Myers a bit yesterday, and where his possible trade destinations could be. Steelers could be a sneaky one for him.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, but I don't know. Division to division, AFC, right? So
yeah, it's in conference, but I was also hearing Bills, which I guess would also be in conference, but those are two teams that really, I think, need a number 2 guy. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Dude, the Bills need a receiver so bad.
Yeah, the Bills really struggling on the outside right now. Just no guys that create separation.
Dude, go send your whole draft for Garrett Wilson right now. Whoever the GM at the Bills is, bro.
All right, so let's go to the underdog lobby. Again, this is the slip I locked in last night. This had my research behind it and wanted to get some early value. You can't even get this Darnell Washington line anymore. The only one you can take now is 14.5 if you bump him down. So I'm glad I got that one in early. Let's take a look at some of these lines. Instantly, this Chase Brown 44.5 rush yards along with this rush attempts line is kind of popping to me. I kind of like this lower than 12.5 right here, and we're getting plus multiplier. I just don't think the Bengals are going to be able to run on the Steelers, and I think they're going to go away from it early. What do you think?
I agree. I mean, I think I said on stream yesterday, like everyone who got a bump in the Bengals offense was just the receivers, and then Chase Brown is still just unstartable. I don't even think he hasn't even gone over 12 attempts since week 2, which is when Joe Burrow got hurt, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Mm-hmm.
So ever since then, he's been 10, 10, 8, 9. I don't really care about the efficiency if we're taking rush attempts. So
yeah. Let's add Chase Brown to slip, build out maybe like a little 4-man here. Do we want to take anything for Chase on this one? Are we looking at?
Damn, wasn't his reception yards like way lower than that slip you just showed? Like 7 yards lower? Or is that reduced?
Oh, I reduced it to 60 in that slip.
I don't like how priced in his line. That's why I just don't like taking star players for my personal slips. I think he could get there with longest reception. I could see him getting there with that. I don't know if Joe Flacco's been airing it out downfield. I didn't watch the Bengals game last week.
He really wasn't. but the Packers are tough because the Packers play a lot of soft zone. But they were leaving Jamar one-on-one a lot of the game too, which is just weird to me. I don't know. I think if you look at Jamar, let's go back to Outlier real quick.
We just went over how he's not getting there with longest reception, but that was all with Jake Browning, which is why it's hard for me to use that historical data this season.
Exactly, because Jake Browning's just kind of been afraid to take shots downfield, which I think is kind of why they went after Flacco.
Ron Stoll, real quick, because this goes back to DK. We were just talking about DK. DK for Sutton.
That one's tough. I view them same tier. I think they're both very similar to me. They're big wide receiver ones and relatively low passing volume offenses that have good defenses on the other side. So it's going to be both kind of in similar situations. I do think that I prefer DK's week-to-week ceiling. You
have less to worry about with just target share. You have so many narratives in Denver right now. Evan Ingram just had a good game last week. Marvin Mims plays, Troy Franklin narrative with Bo Nix, right? We just saw Sutton's floor. I don't think we've seen a floor game from DK this season yet. And if we have, I don't think it was less than 9 points. So
yeah,
definitely like the ceiling there more.
What do we think of the Jamar one reception each quarter? Or longest reception?
Why do you like those weird bets like that, bro? I don't They're fun. I don't like doing quarterly stuff. It's too much of a sweat, bro.
I like the sweat.
Especially with how the Steelers play football. It feels like they always play clock. I don't know. I just never like watching Steelers games. Control.
Let's just leave out Chase for now. Let's go to Jaylen Warren.
I saw that just Jaylen Warren's efficiency hasn't been there past couple of games just because matchups have been insane for the Steelers. Just rough matchups. I think he gets there with rush yards.
Yeah, his touchdown was even last night, and it looks like people have been betting it, so now it's at an 8x, which I don't like to see that. This 49 still feels pretty high to me for Warren. He's only gone there once last week. It was against a tough defense, and he has been playing tough defenses against the ground.
We can throw it in Miley. Miley is probably going to end up being Jaylen Warren, Noah Fant. I like the Darnell Washington shout, so I'll probably put him in mine too. Or maybe I'll fade you and go Johnny.
I kind of like. I think I feel better about this T. Higgins longest reception than the Chase one. I think the 14.5x 0.5 one is really nice, and you're still getting a pretty decent payout for it. But I even like the 20-yard reception for T. I think that's super doable.
You think? Why do you like that one more than Jamar Chase's, which is only 5 more yards?
That 5 more yards is a lot for longest reception. And also, let me show you why.
So I'm sure others are thinking the same thing.
So this is T's head-to-head data against the Steelers. So he had a 31 and 18-yarder against them in 2 games last season. If you look at this season, I guess he really hasn't been getting there for longest. Only 1 time, and then 19 2 other times. Maybe Chase is better.
This guy. You just love T too much. That's why you got some T love in you still.
Yeah, I just like the line being a little lower because I view them how they're kind of used downfield a little similarly.
Take his line, bro. Don't let me talk you
Dylan, out of it. What's up with the glass now fade? So I sent that in Discord earlier. That's going to baseball real quick. I faded glass now just because I think the Brewers are really going to make it the biggest part of their game plan tonight is going to be to get the starting pitcher out of the game early. We just look at what Yamamoto and Snell were able to do the last 2 games. Snell went 8 innings, I think, and Yamamoto went the full game. which that sounds bad for fading Glasnow innings pitched. But I think that because how fresh the Dodgers bullpen is, if he gets into any sort of trouble, like they're going to be pretty quick to pull him. And if you're looking at his head-to-head data against the Brewers, I think he had 3 matchups against them this year, and he hit the under in 2 of them, I want to say. And a lot of the guys in the Brewers lineup do see him a little well. Glasnow can also struggle with his control at times. His walk rate's super high, and the Brewers are a super high walk rate team. And it's kind of similar to the mindset I had in that Blue Jays Mariners game last night, is that when teams get down 2-0 and playing with their back against the wall, like you really see the best effort from them. And I just think they're gonna get to Glasnow tonight a little bit. Glasnow also makes his game is a lot of swing and miss, a lot of chase outside the zone, and the Brewers just really don't chase. They take a lot of pitches, like I said, high walk rate. They don't really swing outside the zone too much, so I think like we could see Glasnow struggle with some walks. Brewers are going to try to work his pitch count, and I think he won't make it through a full 6 tonight. But again, it's MLB playoffs. It's weird. I'm more confident in my NFL picks for tonight than that one.
Yo, what's up, Danny?
I don't know. I might take out T. I'm kind of iffy on that one. I think Chase Brown is definitely like the highest confidence one so far. I kind of like the Jalen Warren receiving yards one. I just do worry a bit about Kenneth Gainwell, but like we were talking about, the Bengals really struggling with missed tackles. We know Jalen Warren can force a lot of missed tackles, so I can definitely see him getting there both on the ground and through the air. Maybe total yards is something we can look at.
Total yards for him might be good. He just had one bad receiving game last game, but he's normally good for, like, let's say 48 rushing yards and 30 receiving yards.
Yeah, and Cleveland's pretty good through the air against running backs. Gainwell did get 6 receptions last game, though.
And the game before that as well. But I think that's because Jalen Warren was out against Minnesota.
They have the same receiving line. Gainwell and Warren.
Me personally, I'm betting on Kenneth Gainwell for receiving.
Why?
I want to, because it just fits him more, in my opinion. I think he's always been more of a receiving back than a like downfield back. And then Jalen Warren, I feel like, fills that role more.
What do you mean? Jalen Warren's been a receiving back his whole career.
Yeah, but that's because Najee was there. Yeah. But he was more efficient running downhill than Najee was. Kenneth Gainwell's never been that efficient running downhill, I don't think. Except for like that one game last week when he went like 20 attempts for like 100 yards.
Yeah.
What's up, Atlanta? Am I the only one that thinks Flacco is about to show out tonight? Nah. I think the Steelers defense could definitely be susceptible to a little air raid tonight.
Yeah, the only worry is just with no run game whatsoever is if Unk Bowl 2025. Only worry is if with the non-existent run game, if the Steelers pass rush is just firing off all game. I do worry about that a little bit.
I like this question.
What do we think of this line for Jalen Warren?
What is it?
Longest
reception. Why do you like I hate the fact you love it, but it makes sense. I mean, run after the catch, that's like one screen, and I think he could probably get that. That 16% target share for Kenneth Gainwell is like so in your face right now, though. I know you're looking at that, and it's scary to you for taking Jalen Warren receptions.
I mean, Warren's still pretty close, and he missed a game.
Probably be where like Calvin Austin is.
This is also why I like longest reception. You look at this mark, so many running backs have been getting at least like one big play through the air against them. I think Gainwell.
I'd rather take Warren longest reception than Gainwell longest reception, if that helps.
Yeah, me too. I just feel like Warren's more explosive, and the missed tackles point we were talking about, I think that's more in Warren's game. Let's add that. I like that one.
To real quick answer, Ron Stoll, would you trade Chase Brown for Rico Dowdle straight up? My running backs are Chase Brown, Cook, ETN, not even starting Brown right now. I like moving off of Chase Brown. I don't think he's going to get you there this year. I mean, he'll probably end up having a worse season than Jaylen Warren, and I feel pretty confident saying that. And that's a running back who splits a backfield on a mediocre team, right? Average team. Rico Dowdle, downside case, but also massive upside case. What if Chuba re-injures himself? What if Chuba gets the 40% and Rico gets 60%? What if the Panthers are like, oh, here's a guy on a 1-year deal who's on his way out. Let's go trade him for a 3rd-round pick to the Chargers. You know, like you're getting rid of downside for upside. So I like it.
Thinking of adding DK touchdown here. We talked a little bit about it a couple minutes ago. Oh, man, that's really not a good payout, though, for what this should be.
It's because it's all the same teams. Honestly, just do like 2. Do like a little 2-legger, because what is that going to give you? Like a 2.25 compared to what if you had another leg?
This is a 2.5 with these 2 right here.
Because what happens, just add another leg, like a different random player, like add DK.
It gets to 5.
Like, I think that's kind of worth it then. Yeah, what's up, fellas? What's good at Frizzle? Let's get to your question now that you're here.
I like DK TD too, Danny. I like it as a straight probably more than the parlay. I think I might bet it on Novig. It was at plus 150 yesterday, but I don't know if I want to include it in this parlay.
I think that's excellent analysis. If Chuba is healthy, it'll eat into Dowdle's carries. We will never know, but Chuba would have probably ran over Dallas too. That's a good take, Atlanta. I'm just like looking at Chase Brown. It's really hard for me to like make up a narrative where he does good the rest of the season. And like, I can do that with a lot of players. If you've seen me to give a lot of narratives for a lot of like not good players. So
Joe Flacco, half a rush attempt line.
He'll probably get there on like accident, bro. He'll probably like accidentally like get sacked forward like Jameis Winston or something.
Sneaky one. Sack. Joe Flacco, fumble lost.
That is a nice sneaky one. I could see it.
A little strip sack. Let's look into that. Let's look into some Joe Flacco stuff.
Take Jake Browning over passing since Flacco will want to sit on bench after getting hit by Watt. Excellent analysis, Frizzle.
Let's look at interception first. Holy.
Atlanta, you think that Chase Brown's going to get used in the receiving game? I don't know. I just don't know. Because did Quinshawn get that kind of receiving work with Joe Flacco? Let's look. Let me look into this for you.
Not really.
3 targets, 2, 4, 2, 1. I don't even think, 4, 2, 3. What's Chase Brown getting? 2. Detroit, they still had Jake Browning, right? My problem with that, though, Ron, like, if you look at the game against Detroit, like, oh, wait, not Ron, Atlanta. The game against Detroit, we see Chase Brown's, I think, like, upside case for receiving. Like, he got 8 targets on 7 receptions for 21 yards and then 8 rush attempts for 27 yards. Like, he's just, like, I don't know. Unless they give him, like, 15 carries and, like, 4 targets a game, like, I can't imagine Chase Brown becoming more than, like, a running back 28, you know?
I think I'm with that.
And then with Rico, like, at least, like, you could probably sell Rico easier than, like, Chase Brown. Like, you could probably go sell Rico to, like, the Chuba guy right now for Kenneth Walker. Like, honestly. Like, you're probably more around those middling backs now than you are with, like, Chase Brown. Like, I don't know if you can move Chase Brown at all.
Yeah. I might just lock in these two with the 40% boost. We get a nice 3x on these. Which honestly, underdog's so sharp, it's annoying because this should be above a 3x just for the 2-man. But because
Exactly.
these are a correlated play.
I don't like underdog, bro. It pisses me off.
Yeah. Trying to see if there's like anything else I really feel good about. I don't know. This game's a little stinky.
I mean,
like
Ron, we haven't
DK
seen
stuff.
Chase get over 15 carries since Joe Burrow was in. Ever since Joe Burrow's been out, he's gotten 10 max.
Dang, so we get the same payout for receiving yards and longest receptions. What about just receptions? No,
Danny says he took Rodgers 1.5 touchdown pass and Chase over 9.5 targets.
Yeah, I was looking at that Chase 9.5 targets. That's okay.
Bengals will prioritize Jamar and T over Chase Brown. I mean, yeah, you want to keep your receivers happy too. I think, like, just logically, like, they'd want to keep their two highest paid players, a little bit happy and not have an AJ Brown situation.
Chase gets a TD pass. He's almost hitting his projection. Yeah, let's look at some Chase stuff. What's his fantasy score at? 15.5. This is half PPR, so I don't like it as much. 15.5 PPR points is a pretty good game. What happens if I bump? Okay, I think I might just run this. I don't see anything else I'm like really, really loving that I haven't played already. I don't want to add other legs just to add legs. I was talking my way through Darnell Washington yesterday. He's been getting majority of snaps at tight end. I like his stuff. 23.5 feels a little high though. Let's look at Fant. I know you were talking about him. This 3.5 receptions mark for Fant is pretty decent, I think. He's cleared this in 3 of the 4 games this year.
And that's as being a backup with Jake Browning.
Yeah. I think this 2.5 feels really nice for him. I might just lock in these 3, to be honest, and get a 4.7x basically, which that feels pretty good for this slip. Wait, what are the errors? 1 per. Huh? What is underdog on, dude?
Underdog just don't want to see us win, bro. Andre Yoshi under all his stats because he could never touch water if he fell out of a boat. What?
I'm just gonna lock it in on my phone. Yosh, you have any props you want to talk through?
Give me Noah Fant. I will do.
Hold up.
Well, I'm annoyed because you took Noah Fant from me.
Well, you can take the different line.
Yeah, we could probably do receiving yards. I'm thinking I want to bet Rashid Shaheed, Noah Fant, Kenneth Gainwell. Who's another guy who I think is just getting spit on by the masses. I want to look at Wandale's lines. I probably won't take any, though.
Wait. Just Thursday night. No Sundays yet.
Oh, that's annoying. I wanted to throw Rashid in here. Rashid's a lock, guys. Chris Olave, questionable. Rashid's going to smash. Against the Bears, too. Give me my boy. But for Bengals, we'll just do Noah Fant, Kenneth Gainwell. I doubt Roman Wilson has any lines, and I don't even want to bet on that. Waste of human space, bro. Oh, my God. Why was he a second-round pick in Dynasty? Or third round? I don't even remember.
Game high receptions on Jamar seems free. I don't think they have game high receptions. It's just game high receiving yards, which the worry with that is if DK breaks a big play or if it's just a T Higgins game.
What is DK's multiplier at for game high?
1.3. Yeah, it's not that good.
All right, let me see Kenneth Gainwell. Let me see the Pookie Bear. Let's see what his lines are at. Rush yards 15, receiving 15.5. I think receiving seems very nice.
You don't like the receptions better?
Dude,
you could bump it to 3.5 and get a boosted payout too.
Let me see. Let me think about this, because what did Jaylen Warren do last week? He did 2 targets, 2 receptions, 11 yards, 11 carries to Kenneth Gainwell, being 6 targets, 6 receptions, 6 carries for 22. I think he's probably going to get like 5 to 7 carries, probably go for 20 yards, probably get 4 targets, 3 receptions. Give me receptions. Yeah, give me just the 2.5.
Okay.
I don't want to bump it. And then let's do Noah Fant. I think he's going to be in for a good matchup against the Steelers defense. I know you took his receptions, so let's fade that on this and let's just go receiving yards. Let's just say he gets 2 receptions and just, they're each, deep. Sure.
Do you want to take the 27.5 or do you want to bump it down? Or
let me look at Mike Gesicki real quick. Mike Gesicki was only getting like 8 yards a game. And what is
Ron? I have a Twitter. I can link that. We also have here. Let me give you dropping the Discord link. Should join the Discord. It's completely free to join. There's a bunch of links in there that have where you can find me on everything. So it has like YouTube connected, X connected, TikTok. And we just have a community chat in there where if you have any questions, you can fire them off in that chat whenever.
I no longer like Noah Fant receiving yards. He's not really going over it.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of going through the process right now. If I'm Joe Flacco and I'm playing behind this O-line, I'm only throwing short to Noah Fant. I'm only looking deep for Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. I'm not looking deep for Noah. But the coaching staff probably thinks like that too.
The Steelers can tackle well too, so I don't really see Noah Fant breaking off like a fluky long reception.
Don't love taking receptions just because you took it. So let's look at
Why
T.
not? Why not?
I don't, because then 2 slips are wrong, and I don't like that.
I took 2.5. So if you took 3.5, it's different.
Yeah. What is T's lines at? He's getting the 8 targets, 7 targets, 6 targets. He's been
4.5 receptions is boosted. 6.5 targets flat feels.
Give me something T. What do you feel better about, receptions or targets? I'll let you choose.
This targets is money.
All right, let's do that. Yeah, I like that. That feels good. Let's just say Jamar Chase is getting locked up. They're playing different kind of defense than they have all season for some reason. What's our payout here? 2.46.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd get like $15 off the $5. We gotta add something spicy.
You gotta add a touchdown. Caleb Johnson getting in there.
No. Too many mouths to feed with Jaylen Warren back. If anything, we say Jonnu Smith. Wait, what's Darnell? Let's put my money where. Let's see if Darnell's, and then compare
1.8.
that to Jonnu. If it's that much higher, give me Darnell, bro. I'll bet. Yeah, give me Darnell. Let's. You know what? Sure, it's like $5. I'll take that.
I did send Darnell Washington touchdown to the Discord last night for plus 350.
So is it like way reduced than last night?
This gets you at 8.9x. No, I took it on Novig as a straight bet.
Different. Okay. Is there anyone else in this offense? I kind of want to bet on the receiver 2 for the Steelers. I just don't know who that is. I feel like it's going to end up being Roman Wilson. Does he even have lines that exist?
It's Scotty Miller.
Oh, the GOAT, dude. Scotty Miller's a dog, bro. Am I he's a Buccaneers legend. Dude, can you like see Calvin Austin's previous lines at all?
Yeah, I can pull up Austin's data.
And
later
let's
on.
answer
Think dropping on stream, dude.
Let's do the Bourne and Shaheed stuff real quick.
Let's go.
Atlanta. Love the sub, Ron.
Okay.
I think Warren's probably the safer flex. Atlanta. I think Kittle comes back, though. A little concerning. We could just see a weird reception game between Kittle and CMC. I'm probably the biggest Rashid Shaheed fan you'll ever meet, though. So I am starting Rashid Shaheed this week in a league.
I'd take Bourne. What's the latest on Ricky and Juwan? Do they look like they're going to play?
I'll look right now. Give me Scotty Miller over receptions. Or do we do receptions or receiving?
Take first half receptions.
What's first half reception? Is it even that much different than his total receptions? Like what?
2.
Trappy. Dude, Calvin Austin's gotten there every game. He's gotten over 13 yards every game. Give me the receiving yards, dude. Roman Wilson's a bum. He would have played last year if he was anything. I think he's played like 2 snaps his whole career. Like, just
do you want to take Scotty Miller?
Yeah.
All right.
Do not tail this, guys. But if you want something out of this, I would say Darnell and Kenneth Gainwell. Honestly, the first 3 are all like kind of decent.
Do you want to just run these 3, dude?
Nah, give me Scotty, bro. What does it bump us to? Is it worth it?
It gives you an extra $30 on your payout.
Guys, do you think an extra $30 is worth betting on Scotty Miller? Let me know, and we'll lock it in with or without Scotty. I'll let you guys decide that fate.
This guy.
That's like an extra 6x, though, if you think about it.
I mean, yeah, it was at an 8x before.
I'm keeping Shaheed if he goes to Pittsburgh. Okay, bro. Why is Shaheed going to Pittsburgh? He's a Saints legend, bro. I want a Rashid Shaheed jersey, honestly. I love that guy. One of my favorite players.
82?
No, he's number 22, isn't he?
Oh, he is 22, huh?
Yeah,
Did he used to be 82?
No, I think he's been 22 the whole time, even when he was a kick returner.
I swear he used to be 82. I must be tripping.
Rashid Shaheed
here. He was 82.
Damn it.
Or he was 89.
I saw it in the rumor mill. Oh.
22 as a wide receiver, kind of tough.
Dude, I love myself some Rashid Shaheed. Definitely one of my favorite bets this weekend, while Chris Olave is still listed as questionable. Even if he plays, I think Shaheed could be good. Especially if you bet his longest reception, probably. Haven't even looked at it. Dude, put Scotty in there, bro. I like having fun with my bets. I like betting on my bums. You know this.
All right. You want to bet this?
Yeah. If you guys want to tail that, probably just drop Scotty.
I'll drop both the slips in the Discord that we cooked up. Hold up.
No way. Anthony likes my slip for once.
I had to walk this on my phone.
Anthony actually sending my slip to the Discord. He normally hides it from the people, guys. He normally hates my slips.
No.
Yeah.
T targets. I like that T targets line. Like I might lock in another slip with that one.
I think that one's pretty sharp. Any T line, I think he's kind of getting disrespected right now.
Darnell Washington.
Real quick, because we forgot to at the beginning of the stream.
Scotty Miller.
From a loyal sub, Frizzle. Which RB would you drop to pick up Ollie Gordon if Devon Achane gets traded away? So many trade running back rumors these days. Woody, Vidal, Bam, or Spears? I'd probably go Spears or Bam. Keep seeing keep seeing Achan, Ford, and Mostert in talks of getting traded. So want to be ready to pounce once news breaks. I got Rico, Hampton, Jalen Warren, and Alvin. Would you trade Rico and Hampton for Judkins? Interesting questions, Frizzle. So droppable players, I think you're really just at Spears as your top droppable guy. Bam would probably be number 2. Just because, like, you really want to split backfield for the Cardinals with 2 bumming RBs and Amari DiMercado. Like, no. Rico and Hampton for Judkins. Are you tearing up there or are you tearing down for Hampton? Like, how do you view that trade? I'm not sold on Judkins yet. Browns are so bad. He feels limited. I love his workload, though, Atlanta. Like, I always just look at him, and I'm just like, damn, is this Nick Chubb? I'm like, this guy's getting 16 carries a game. They're using him all over the place. Like, yeah, the Browns stink, but how long is Hampton going to be out for, you know?
Reports are he's going to miss more than the initial timeline we were expecting.
And there's how many weeks left of the regular season of fantasy football? Like 7, 8? He misses 4 of those. That's like half the remainder of the season. Then you're kind of just hoping that the Chargers didn't trade for a running back. And then you're hoping Hampton gives you that playoff push, right? I don't think Judkins will give you as good of a playoff push as Hampton, though. I'll say that. Let me go look at the schedules, though, and input.
Wait, so this is the Discord question?
Yeah, it's Hampton and Dowdle for Judkins.
I'm probably, if you need a win this week, then I'd go. He's
4-2.
Oh. I don't know. I don't hate doing it just because I think Judkins is going to go nuts this week. We talked about it earlier on stream yesterday. And so if you do that trade and he goes for like 25 points this week, you're going to be able to flip him for more than that initial trade. So I like getting Judkins. I think he's the best asset in that deal. Speaking of, I think we've done enough talking about this Thursday night game.
Is Judy a flex?
It's kind of a weird game, so I'm going to hop into some drafts for the weekend. We'll rip these for the rest of the stream.
First of all, great question, because I'm thinking the same thing for Jerry Judy. In my Yahoo League, oh my God. My Yahoo League really just makes me feel like one of the people. This team's so bad. It's so bad. This week I'm between flexing Jerry Judy or Isaiah Bond. Right now, Jerry Judy is questionable. There you go. Limited at practice yesterday, knee injury. I kind of like going Isaiah Bond over Jerry Judy if you're between those two. I have no like stats to back me up on this, aside from the fact that he is just getting the targets, right? And if you're gonna say that about Jerry Judy, like, we kind of know Jerry Judy is like a mediocre to average receiver at best, right? Like Isaiah Bond, at least you have like the rookie upside, right? That said, I'm probably going to start Kendrick Bourne over both of them.
Yeah. What are your other options, Frizzle? I don't feel great about playing Judy. Miami's a soft defense, so that's nice, but I just really think they're going to just try to run all over him with Judkins. I think that's going to be their game plan. I don't think they're going to mess around. I'm starting Fannin and Judkins this week for Browns, but other than that, I don't think I'm in on anyone. LeBron's, Yash, I'm going to let you take this one.
Top 5 non-alcoholic drinks. Lately, I kind of been on like this health cleanse. So I've been like on my low sugar stuff. So I'll give you like my 0 sugar drinks, and I'll do like a real sugar drink to really, show the dynamic. I gotta say, Coke Zero, like on top, bro. I love me some Coke Zero. If you ever had like Diet Dr. Pepper, it is I swear Diet Dr. Pepper sometimes tastes better than normal Dr. Pepper, bro. Like, oh my God. And then
It's the sweet one.
the best orange soda diet is not like Diet Fanta, it's Diet Sunkist. Let me just tell you right now. I will put that like my strongest take on this channel, Diet Sunkist is the best orange soda. Like it is so good. I mixed I collect bourbon. I mix Diet Sunkist with my bourbon sometimes, bro. Like trust. I'm at number 4. If you get the Walmart brand Diet Cream Soda, that one's pretty good. And then for my final diet soda, my mom recently got me this Diet Coke Zero that also had orange. It was like orange cream Coke Zero. It was so good. If you want to do normal sugar drinks, I think Dr. Pepper might be number 1, bro. But like Coke, like normal Coke has like this really good cinnamon flavor. Apple cider, sleeper pick, dude. I had some apple cider the other day from this farm, organic. Felt like I was drinking an apple. It was awesome.
Hell yeah.
Oh, dude, no. Number 1 is a slushie from 7-Eleven. Coke slushie from 7-Eleven. Undefeated, bro. I was just thinking straight sodas, bro. Nah, yeah.
All right, I got you. My sleeper in my ranks is the Arizona green tea. You know the one I'm talking about with honey.
Yes, sir.
So far, I love those. And then any iced coffee, banger. I'm
What's
gonna
your,
get Judkins,
yeah,
and I'm thinking Rashi.
Guys, all I'm gonna say is I am so scared about this weekend. Like I've had such a strong stance on Rashee Rice, and it just feels like impending doom, dude. Like I'm seeing like movie trailers for like Rashee Rice's return, dude. Like, oh my God, it's so bad. I will say this though, Frizzle. Yesterday I saw like 3 like very low viewed TikToks about Jalen Coker coming back. And they were talking about their fantasy team, like Thanos was coming.
I saw those as well. Yash sent me one and said Frizzle's burner. Dude, oh my God, it's impossible to get the Rashi Mahomes stuff. I swear.
Bastards, dude. They're all tapped in on Mahomes QB1 rest of the season, bro.
Do you guys like this view better or this view where you can see the players available? Let me know in the chat.
I think that like a
Let
switch
me know
would
in
be
the
good.
chat.
Like definitely early rounds, just keeping it on the players. I mean, just switch it back when you're picking your players, you know?
Apple juice is kind of fire. That's good shout. I like lemonade. I'm a big lemonade guy. Like a nice lemonade after on a hot day is always nice.
Dude, when I was in Pleasanton, there was like a kid with a lemonade stand, like $2 a cup, no ice. I was kind of disappointed, but it was some high quality, fresh squeezed lemonade.
Damn. How you feel about JCM this week against the Cowboys? Is this a bounce back spot for him?
I think so. I mean, every RB has had a bounce back spot against the Cowboys so far. So at your fantasy football. Bro, joins the stream. We're talking about apple juice.
I'm dead. Oh, that's funny.
Atlanta, you might be onto something, bro. That kind of reminds me of Deep Eddies, though. I don't know if you've ever had Deep Eddies. Deep Eddies is like hangover drink.
So CeeDee Lamb
from the South, but Sweet Tea will always be my number 1. You're from the South, LeBrons? What state? I know we got Atlanta from Georgia. Or at least I assume.
Yeah, I've had that one. That's fire.
Oh, Mississippi? Have you ever had spiked Arnold Palmer drinks? Gas. I have not. I'm more of a twisted tea kind of guy, though, you know? Twisted teas are so good.
Not a fan.
Yeah, you had that one experience with them, though. That's why you don't like them anymore.
I don't know what you're talking about.
should we call it? Who are you thinking at QB here?
Well, I just get sniped on Dak, so I can't do that anymore. I was thinking maybe doing. So I still have another receiver pick, so I have some options for sure on what I can do. I'm thinking of
I
doing.
love the process, Atlanta.
I could do maybe like a Drake May Diggs. I could do a Caleb.
I like Drake May.
I could do a Caleb Luther Burden.
Okay.
Oh, never mind.
Okay. Who's your options? Switch it to your player view.
All right. I got my pivot. Right here. Oh.
Dude, go Hurts Brown.
Yeah, I don't love the matchup against Minnesota, but fuck it.
Just take the huge discount you're getting on the players, I know.
Oh, is Devontae Smith available? Damn it. I wish I did Devontae Smith.
Reason.
Devontae Smith has just looked better. But AJ Brown's got a better ceiling if I'm shooting for ceiling.
Sony Michel's still available. Real. Dude, I was watching Demaryius Thomas highlights last night, bro. I was like so sad. I want to bet on Cortland Sutton this weekend just because of it, dude. Ugh.
Dang, we get 106 again. I actually do kind of like the 106 this week. It feels pretty nice where you're usually getting Judkins, and then you kind of get your pick on receivers. I do want to go CeeDee Lamb in this one. I feel like I haven't mixed him in yet, and I definitely don't want to have 0 Lamb this week.
Have you mixed in any Pickens?
No. I'm not crazy about. Yeah, I should probably mix in some Pickens. I don't like Jefferson.
I was about to say, why is AJ Brown, Jalen all the way down, and you got Justin Jefferson at 6.9? Like, make it make sense.
Yeah. I don't know. I love Pickens, but I guess he could have a good week this week against Commanders secondary. Yeah, I should probably be getting more around to him. I think a lot of people don't realize James Cook and Swift were teammates. I always like Michelle more than Chubb. Wow, Michelle more than Chubb. Yeah, I remember Cook and Swift being teammates. And I was pretty low on James Cook coming in the NFL just because he shared. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Well, I guess let's do Judkins Pickens because I got sniped.
LeBron's. I'm probably gonna look into that, bro. I was not tapped into college ball like my whole life, so I gotta tap in these days.
Damn.
Cook got the Gurley treatment in college.
Oh, Todd Gurley, man. I love Todd Gurley. One of my first ever fantasy football leagues, I drafted Todd Gurley, and it was like the league-breaking season he had. Oh, it was so fun. It actually wasn't it was one of my first seasons where I got like seriously into it. My first fantasy football season ever was the year Peyton Manning broke the pass touchdowns record for the Broncos. And I remember this because it was the first round of my draft, first ever fantasy football league. And when you don't know fantasy football, you think obviously like, oh, the quarterbacks are so important. Like you got to get the best quarterbacks. And I'm sitting there in the first round. I'm like, Peyton Manning, I got to get him. And ended up being a great pick because he broke the touchdown record that year and dropped like 30 points a game as my quarterback. It was awesome. It was a great welcome to fantasy football. Got me hooked.
I think the only thing I remember from like one of my earlier leagues is just taking Najee Harris in his rookie year and him just smashing.
Najee?
My goat.
Here, I'm going to pull up the other view. I think Atlanta said he liked this view.
Atlanta, just to piggyback on your Georgia player process, I do that with tight ends now for Iowa State tight ends, bro. I got Eric All on my taxi squad. I got who else do I? Is Theo Johnson Iowa State? I don't know where Theo Johnson's from,
No,
but I
he's
have
not
him.
Iowa.
He's just a dog. He's just 6'6" and athletic. Kittle, my goat. There's someone else. I think it's didn't Laporta do? I forget what college Laporta's from.
Watch Josh Mahomes is going to come back to me in the draft where I didn't take Rishi.
Yep, Laporta's Iowa. That was actually why I took Laporta over a different tight end.
Over Mayer?
Yeah, I think in our one league, our one QB or something.
Josh, I'm telling you, watch. Never mind. I wouldn't have. I spoke too soon.
You're gonna get Mahomes and you don't got Rice.
Yeah.
Dan, Rice went kind of late this time.
Let's go Dak JCM.
Georgia makes more top tier D linemen and edge rushers, in my opinion. Not much fantasy. Yeah.
Charlie Kohler.
Don't they always just have like good route running receivers, or is that like LT?
Georgia?
Yeah.
Georgia?
Don't we just have like some route runners?
I mean, they have George Pickens. I wouldn't really say he's a route runner, though.
Didn't Lad Bowers and
they have
Jack
Lad.
Betch?
Jack Besh is not Georgia. Jack Besh is TCU.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that their quarterback then?
Yeah,
who has Beck in their last name?
You want to talk about route runners? That's Ohio State, though.
Is it? I mean, yeah. Ohio State's just receiver U at this point, bro. Like it's so.
Or LSU.
Recently, yeah.
Ohio State has the quantity of wide receivers. I think LSU has the quality.
Yeah. Carson Beck. That's who I was confusing it with. I mean, you're just thinking like the 4 most recent receivers, though, bro.
For Ohio State?
For LSU. You're thinking Jamar, JJ, no. Neighbors.
Odell Beckham.
Oh, this is true.
I can keep going.
Beck plays for Miami now.
Aaron Anderson this year.
Does he? I just picked up Zach Wilson in my Superflex Dynasty League off of waivers.
What you know about Jarvis Landry?
A good amount.
Let's get Kelsey.
Who else is available at tight end over Kelsey right now? I think he could definitely smash. I mean, I think it's
Goddard,
a good bet
Fannin. I like Fannin, but I took
Fannin.
Quinchon, so I don't like doubling up on Cleveland guys.
I think getting a draft with Goddard or Fannin would be good.
I like Terry. Seems like he's going to play if he's limited in practice.
Let me go look at injury reports.
Luther Burden, he actually is higher than I was expecting in ADP. Maybe that wasn't.
Oh, my goodness. I think the Giants practice just ended. Jarius Slayton didn't play. Jalen Hyatt limited. Is Lil Jordan Humphrey on your guys' waivers right now? I was thinking about picking him up in Dynasty as a spot start.
Yeah. Miami's look good this year. I don't know if I'm worried about Lil Jordan Humphrey. I don't know if I'm taking.
I'm not worried about him, but like I'm just thinking about this matchup. Like they're probably going to elevate him from the practice squad again. He got 8 targets last game. I think Theo Johnson, what he get last game? He got 4 targets. Jackson Dart just likes throwing to 6'6" monsters, bro. Like he just likes getting them little mini moon balls, bro. Like I just noticed it when I watched him play. He throws it throws it almost like 3 flags up to him. It's weird.
Hey, Trey Harris was eating in college with that. Trey Harris and Jackson Dart stacks was free money in the college football pick'em streets last year. So free. Trey Harris would just go for like 100 yards every game he was healthy, and they would drop his lines at like 79.5 yards. It was awesome. Zacchaeus could be a good waiver pickup, him or Burden. I'm prioritizing Burden just because I think
Talent.
not even just talent. I'm more talking role. Like Zacchaeus, I don't think's role shifts too much with DJ Moore being out. I think, if anything, fuck all this. I forgot you just said Mississippi. Are you? I'm assuming you're a state guy. Then Browns. Oh yeah, you got a state guy in your profile picture. But Burden is more doing like the DJ Moore role if DJ Moore were to miss. Whereas Zacchaeus is still gonna kind of be the slot guy.
Jalen Coker, another full practice. Shuba
gonna-
limited again.
I'm just gonna keep getting all this Judkins, dude.
Calvin's still out. I'm like trying to cook up really sneaky sharp lays for the weekend right now. And I'm liking betting on the Panthers tight end and like Wandale or little Jordan Humphrey. Tommy Tremble might go. You know about Tommy Tremble, and remember me trying to sell Tommy Tremble for Theo Johnson and Daniel Jones last year.
Let's see if we can get Mahomes to fall to us in a draft, fellas. Let's see it. Come on. Yeah, Tommy Tremble, not someone I want to be betting on, but that's just me.
I think Zach Evans, is he a
Mitchell Evans?
Mitchell Evans, there we go.
Notre
Zach
Dame
Evans
guy.
is a mid RB, right? I think he's like on some.
Sanders looked like he's going to play, Andrew? Then, yeah, definitely not touching Carolina tight ends, Josh.
What do you mean, Andrew? I'm really reading the report right now. Jatavion Sanders practices without limits. I thought it said with limits. My fault, Pip. Yeah, I wouldn't bet on Panthers tight ends then. I'm just looking at this injury report right now. Oh, and Terry McLaurin downgrades to a non-participant like just now, like a minute ago.
Shit, and I just took him. That's all right. I'll swap him. I'm taking him in a couple of these too. Nope, don't get Mahomes because the guy with JT and Pickens wants to take him.
He's just saying, give me the receiver 1, RB1, QB1.
Dude, it's impossible to get the Rashi Mahomes stack in these. It's really frustrating. Let's get Tyler Warren. Let's do this. Let's do Tyler Warren and Ladd.
I think I might want to diversify off of Quinshawn low key, bro.
I know, but he just keeps falling to me, and I keep getting 105, 106. So I'm just going to keep taking him.
Calvin Ridley's still not practicing.
I also think running back's pretty shallow this week. After the top 6, like I don't like any of the other running back matchups besides like JCM.
Pittsburgh. I mean, New England. I'm probably going to make a really disgusting parlay this weekend for you guys. It's probably going to be like Chig Okonkwo over. It's going to be Rashid Shaheed over. I've been seeing Olave and AJ Brown trade rumors. I think the AJ Brown trade rumors might be overblown.
Yeah, I don't think AJ Brown gets moved.
Dude, I think Garrett Wilson has a better chance than AJ Brown.
AJ gets moved. I saw Frizzle talking about that in our Discord, but I don't think Miami would move off of A-Chain. I think they're just too invested in him for the future. Trade rumors this time of year, I feel like, are always a little overblown. It's seeing like an in-season wide receiver trade, I feel like, is a little rare just because it's hard for them to like go to a new team, learn a completely new offense. Like we'll usually see like 1 or 2 maybe a year. Like we saw Adams 2 years ago, or was that last year? Is Scatabo for real this week? Oh, what? Thinking Genty. Let's get Genty.
CD healthy?
Yeah, it seems like CD's gonna play for the most recent reports.
Brock Bowers still out Wednesday, so we'll probably get Brock Bowers news at 5 p.m. today.
So Michael Mayer probably gonna play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pick up Michael Mayer if you guys need a tight end streamer this week.
Well, I mean, we'll find out more about Brock Bowers today at 5, but
I doubt he's playing. It doesn't seem like he is.
Mm-hmm. You called it 2 weeks ago, and you don't like the way they're handling it.
Yep, I like the way they're handling it now, though. Just they're gonna bring him back after the bye week, and that's what they should have been doing the whole time. He would already be back if they just did that from when he first got injured to now.
Had someone offer me Evan Ingram and Jawan Jennings for Swift or Bill this morning. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Unless you like have a real need for depth pieces. I don't think Jawan Jennings is going to give you what people drafted him for. I think people got a little too excited about Jawan Jennings.
Dude, we got the 106 again.
Like, let me go pull up Jawan Jennings last year because I know he had like a couple of like 30-point games or some tomfoolery. Yeah. So he was like looking like an X receiver last year. Ends as receiver 24. Almost has 1,000 yards.
Who are you talking about, Jennings?
Yeah, but that's with a healthy Brock Purdy. No CMC, who is eating up 8 targets a game. No Kendrick Bourne, who is emerging as a reliable option. No Brandon Ayuk, who might come back from injury. And I don't even know if I said no Sticky Ricky. So I think Jawan Jennings, people got a little too excited. I think he's a solid guy. I just don't think he's a talented wide receiver who's like, at wide receiver, you want to bet on talent, I think he's just a guy. He's like a Jerry Jeudy.
Hey, Jerry Jeudy, former first-round pick.
Hey, who's the receiver? Steve Smith Jr.? He's just a guy.
He's an average wide receiver.
He's a Jag. We call him Jags. Just a guy. Bourne always had his job, Atlanta. Like, Bourne had his job, then left the Patriots. Then Jawan Jennings got Bourne's job. Then Bourne came back to the Niners and damn near took his job back. Like,
yeah.
I think it's hard to dismiss him already. I mean, you already got people having these talks about Rico Dowdle after 2 performances. We just had back-to-back 100-yard performances from Kendrick Bourne with a backup QB, right? On a team that needed those wins. Like,
I'm going to listen to Yash and pass on Judkins.
I like the CD. Jeudy would be great on a lot of franchises. I don't know if that's a hot take. I think it is a hot take, and I'm going to challenge that by saying why. I mean, he was on a stable Broncos team. Couldn't do anything as the X there. Goes to a mediocre below average Browns team. X receiver here for 2 years. Still hasn't done anything. We saw him peak last year with who was QB? Joe Flacco last year?
Yes.
Yeah, we saw him peak like mid-season last year for – let me make sure I'm not spitting on his name too.
No, it wasn't Joe Flacco. It was Jameis.
Yeah, with Jameis a dog, bro. Jameis will make any receiver look good. Like, maybe not get wins.
It was Deshaun Watson before that too. Well, it wasn't – he got traded from the – Broncos mid-season last year, right? Or am I a year wrong?
He's a head case. Jeudy will turn on at some point. Last year took half. Yeah, this is true. After the bye week,
I just saw Quinshon Judkins fell to 206. That guy just got JT and Judkins. He's winning the tournament. What the fuck?
I tell you to skip Quinshon and everyone else is just like, screw that guy.
Dude.
What the hell?
Yosh, you just let that guy get the nuts, bro. Oh my god.
And not the other 5 guys, dude.
Oh, it's your fault, dude. It's your fault. And I'm still not going to get my
guy who took Javonte. Why are we taking Javonte over Quinshon, bro?
And there goes Mahomes.
Crazy.
Fuck! God damn it. I can't do it. I can't have anything.
Don't worry, Ant. Underdog will rewatch this video and they'll just like wipe this draft away. It'll be fun.
Maybe I should just start tanking this draft and take 4 guys that aren't gonna play this week just to suicide that guy's start that he had.
Yes, sir, Gavin. Whatchamacallit?
Fuck, bro. That guy. Oh.
You're right, though. Atlanta post-bye last year. Jerry Jeudy. I mean, I'll say this, though. I'm looking at it, and his targets didn't change from before and after the bye. It's just he actually started catching the football. Like, you know? Gavin, we actually just did our bets. If you want to take a look, I think all the slips are in the Discord, free Discord, and we'll probably post the link in a second. Completely free to join. But off the dome, I think the ones we like the most are Darnell Washington, T. Higgins, and what was the other one we really liked? I think it was in your slip. Oh, Noah Fant receptions, I think.
Yeah. Oh, and Chase Brown under rush attempts.
Oh, I think that one's probably the best, just based off of historical data. He hasn't hit it at all. Okay, this is going to be kind of rude, but I don't think Judy's going to read this. You sure, bro? Kevin Durant, joined that one Discord call talking about him. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about.
Dude, I'm so pissed that guy got Judkins 206. Like, how come I can't have that?
Because you know the ADPs, so you just don't let guys fall, bro. You don't let them fall. What did I tell my friend yesterday? This is an actual text chat between me and my friend yesterday. We're talking about CMC and trading for CMC in this context.
Oh, he fucked it up. He took Quentin Johnson.
Quentin Johnston, 20-point game. Here we go. Sometimes when you try to take destiny too close into your own hands, it eludes you. It is not the land that determines the shape of the river delta, but the free-flowing water. Sometimes you just got to let players fall to you, Ant.
What do you mean?
Sometimes you just got to hope for the nuts, dude. Just pray that Mahomes will eventually fall. I hope he does. Chris Olave, love seeing him get picked, even though he's questionable. I hate Vincent's team, or Vin Depp's team. Not a fan.
Yeah, the team kind of sucks.
Judy looks like he has little natural talent. But requires a lot of coaching and scheming to unlock the rest. If he does that, he's back to Alabama Judy. I think Judy's an interesting player. Like in Dynasty, I always look at him. I always look at former first-round picks in Dynasty, just like people that have been given up on. And I try to sell myself an upside case. It's just hard with Judy. How can you go from being an explosive player from the last half of the season to now having a slow start where you're not catching half of your 11 targets every game? That arse, bro.
Pause. Yeah, I think I just sold Judy in one of my dynasty leagues actually. Can show you guys. All right, yeah, the trade that I did was I gave up Nick Chubb, Kendrick Bourne, Jerry Jeudy for Dak Prescott. As a team that's super weak at quarterback, I was starting Kyler every week. That's a dynasty league.
Oh, damn, that's a nice buy, actually. I feel like
Yeah.
you gave up nothing.
Yeah, I gave up nothing. I was starting.
Speaking of giving up nothing, I have a trade in my inbox. Well, he actually took it away, so I'll just tell you. It was a 3rd-round pick for Christian Watson and Jonathan Mingo. I was thinking about doing it just because, like, why not? 2 young players, but
I have one. I have a trade I have sitting in my inbox right now. I almost don't want to tell Yosh about this one because this is in a league that Yosh probably would not be happy if I did this deal.
is it the?
But I have a tempting one sitting in my offer. This is our main dynasty league with all our buddies from back home, all our high school friends, and me and it's me, Yosh, and Dale. Funny enough, the 3 hosts of the show that are all in competing top
positions.
4. Yeah, and then another one of our friends is kind of in that top 4. But I am sitting on an offer for Devon A-Chain that I just got from the A-Chain owner.
No, dude.
And it's a price, but it's a price that isn't too crazy for an A-Chain level piece. Usually with pieces like that, you get told just absolutely no. So even getting an inbox offer.
In Superflex last year, at the peak of A-Chan's powers, bro, I paid Kyler Murray and a 1, I think, or something. I paid Kyler Murray, Dallas Goedert, and maybe a 2nd-round pick to get A-Chan and no QB. I just got A-Chan and a 1 basically in Superflex.
This is the trade that I got offered. It is Jalen McMillan and my 1st-round pick for the next 2 years for Devon A-Chain.
I'll say this. Justin loves getting a sneaky receiver. He's so funny for that. He tried to do that with me too, bro. He tried putting Kyle Williams in there. He likes those little sneaky stashes.
Yeah.
I think that's really expensive, but and you're good at RB. But I know he would genuinely think about selling A-Chan because he had talked to me about it too. I just liked the cheaper price on CMC.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to accept that one. Just one I'm kind of thinking about. I do think it's not horrible price for A-Chain. It is expensive, but keep in mind both those first are going to be late. But as Josh was saying, I'm pretty deep at running back in that league. Oh, and Mahomes goes 102 in this one. That's sick. Jacobs is sick.
Jacobs is sick. What should I call it? I just saw Chris Brooks. Who is this? Yeah, Chris Brooks is getting projected a little higher. He's projected 4 points.
What do you guys think about that A-Chain deal? Should I accept? I was thinking to myself, if I want to accept that, I need to have a deal set up for another one of my running backs. Dustin, that's funny. Yeah, I am thinking about it, Dustin. It is a lot to give up. I would rather, like I said, if I'm doing that, I need to move off one of my other running backs, but it is a lot to give up to first.
That's how you do a good rebuild, though. He's doing it right.
Yeah.
Sold away CMC for a 1, selling A-Chan for a couple of 1, sold away Pittman for a 2 and a 3. He's 0-6 right now. He's going to get the 101 probably this year, next year. Personally, I am kind of crazy dynasty take right now. I'm valuing.
Did Quinshon Judkins die or something? Why is he falling back in here?
Take him, bro. Yes, sir. Maybe you were just taking him too early. People probably aren't tapped in on the Dolphins matchup like you are. They're probably seeing the game log. They're seeing his floor game last week. They're like, ill. Dylan Gabriel. You know?
Yeah.
I don't think Gargano has the 101 locked up, Dustin. If you trade like
Gargano's got Rashi coming back.
Yeah. Like, I don't even think you like have to do this trade. I think it still helps you regardless, and you get a massive payout for a young RB, which is what you want to do with RBs.
Mm-hmm.
Sell them at their peak. So I don't hate it for you either, Dustin. I think it's a good move. I don't think you could probably get by. Like, I don't know what your matchups are the next 2 weeks, but you could probably wait until the actual trade deadline before you make the trade go through.
Whoa, I just noticed Pickens also fell like crazy far.
Yeah, these early mid picks are looking good in this format.
Odunze or Debo?
Adunes.
Yeah.
Odunze against the Saints. Who are the Commanders playing?
Did you guys see the Commanders are playing the Saints?
Miles Killebrew on to IR. No.
With Odunze, of course, we bet on him last week, and if you watch the All 22, he had like 2 should have been 40-yard plus touchdowns that Caleb Williams just one, he just didn't even throw him the ball. He tucked in and ran, and then the other one he underthrew him. So frustrating. And then he had 2 receptions in the end zone that both were called back. Unlucky stuff. Let's
DeAndre
get
Swift has a groin issue. Darren Waller limited. Jerry Jeudy limited again. Debo sits out. DJ Moore returns limited. Debo sitting out might be nice for Terry. Oh, wait. Didn't I just tell you something about Terry?
Wasn't Terry out today too?
Yeah, downgrades to a non-participant. And then Debo sat out. So JCM bounce back game is what I'm hearing. Even though he's not really bouncing back from anything, he's just bouncing back from not getting a touchdown. I think he did fine as a starting RB last week. Oh, yeah. Look at the value you got on A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts last draft if this guy's taking A.J. Brown this early.
W. All right, so I set up some outs for myself at quarterback. I'm either going to go Caleb or Herbert. In case one of them gets sniped, I got 2 options here. I like this team actually a lot. I feel good about this one.
Dustin, I was thinking about texting you this the other day, but you really manifested Kyle's downfall this season. I remember you were telling me about that this season before we did our CMC trade. His entire team's injured now. I hope you're happy.
What was he saying? Just worried about the young wide receivers?
Nah, he was just hating on Kyle's team. He's like, I just hate Kyle's team. Just completely unfounded hatred.
Oh, that guy went Hurts, Devonta. Yeah, for anyone in the chat, like this guy has Garrett Wilson, Amarian Hampton.
He just did a crazy rebuild.
Oh, we lose Caleb.
He's got Neighbors, Marv, Hampton, Wilson, Jonathan Brooks, Ricky Pearsall, Trey McBride, and then Jaden Daniels. So, like, half his team is just, like, insane rookies from the past 2 years. So it's only a matter of time before his win window comes up.
All right. I think that's going to wrap up the drafts. I need to deposit in my account to do anymore, so that's probably my sign to stop for the day.
Do you want to look at any 2 early props for the weekend?
Nah, let's do it tomorrow. I did do a ladder bet that I can talk about this. 4 guys, we've already kind of talked about them, but I did a ladder bet with DK, Rashee Rice, Judkins, and who's the fourth? Oh, Jonathan Taylor. And that's you get like a 500x on that if they all just have like ceiling games, which would be sick.
That's why I like noticed that.
That's funny.
I was like, our walls do look like the same color. We're actually in different states. I'm in Nevada. He's in California.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, if you guys have any other last minute fantasy questions, fire them off before we get out of here. Drop a sub to the channel if you haven't already. Like the stream. We'll probably go live again tomorrow. Join the Discord if you haven't. I'll drop that link again. I posted some pick'em slips yesterday, some touchdown props, and then we also posted the props that we made on stream today in there. Make sure to join if you guys haven't already. All right.
Do you have any sneaky player takes to add for this week? Because I have plenty of sneaky player takes.
Nothing fresh. Talk about maybe tonight. I do think Darnell Washington, we need to keep monitoring him. If he's available in any dynasty leagues, go pick him up. I think what else for tonight? Keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on
Gainwell if he's in your
keep an eye on Caleb Johnson, Gainwell. I know we were kind of shitting on Caleb Johnson, but I would not be surprised if we see him get some touches tonight against this. I don't know. The fact that he went from a healthy and active to them playing again last week and playing almost 20% of snaps. This might be a game where the Steelers coaches are thinking to themselves like, hey, let's get our third round pick the ball. So I don't know. Keep an eye out for that. Maybe I might look at his anytime touchdown props and just see what they're looking at because I don't know. You look at Gainwell and Jalen Warren, neither of them really profile in as like a goal line back. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to get Caleb Johnson in the end zone.
Good shout, Atlanta.
Yeah.
Especially with we just got a injury report, DeAndre Swift tending to a groin issue as of today.
It's all right. Just like it after LeBron's. It'll work.
So I like this Swift one. I think Rashid Shaheed's going to smash this week. Yeah. I would look into little Jordan Humphrey if Darius Slayton misses again. Because I'm like, question I'm having for this Broncos game and why I want to bet it is I don't think PS2 is going to shadow either receiver, and he definitely ain't going to shadow 6'6" little Jordan Humphrey. Like, you know?
Yeah.
So I wonder how that's going to play out.
He'll still probably end up on his side, though.
Well, then is Wandale going to be the guy to bet? That's why I'm like looking at it right now because I think Wandale.
No, I think the answer is Cam Scatabo receptions. Do we really just want to back a Jackson Dart receiver on the road in Denver? The last game, the only other road game where Jackson Dart had was against the Saints in the Superdome. We saw them playing from behind, and Scatabo got 6 receptions.
And I hate Jackson Dart as a passing QB, so you're right. Thank you for making me remember that.
In Denver, that might be rough.
Okay. Any others? Oh, I already said Chig. Darnell, Noah Fan. Who else do I like? Do you like buying low on Garrett Wilson right now?
In what format? Like Dynasty or Redraft? In Redraft, not really.
Because I'm trying to look at how I want to approach this Jets offense moving forward for the rest of the season. Because, like, they can only get better than last week, right? Like, that would be the assumption. They can only get slightly better than last week. So are we going to see Josh Reynolds have a game? Are we going to see rookie Arian Smith
Mason
come
Taylor?
out? Like, what are we going to see from the Jets this week? Breece Hall, I mean, he's definitely going to get 20-some touches. Like, that's a given, in my opinion, at this point. Like, there's, like, teams like that I really want to, like, look at. Like, the bad teams. Like, Alec Ayomanor. Calvin Ridley's probably going to miss this week. New head coach. Who is their head coach? Do we have news on that yet? Or are they just like letting the ball boy call the plays this weekend? Like,
I don't know.
So I think that could be an interesting spot. Like if Io Manor is on your waivers and you don't have anyone to start, I think he could just be a target hog. Whether he catches those targets, I mean, you've seen the box score. He gets like 7 and he only catches 4.
Yeah.
Isaiah Bond, Jerry Jeudy or we just saw Jerry Judy's playing. Let me double check. Yeah, he's limited. I don't know. There's like teams like that who I want to look at. Like Dylan Gabriel, I don't know what he can do, truly.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of Gabriel. I think his weaknesses kind of showed last week. It's a lot of arm strength concerns with him. I don't know. Just an offense, I'm really not keen on owning anyone besides Quinshon Judkins and Fannin. I guess I do like Fannin a lot this week, which I need to start drafting him more in underdog for this.
What about Dobbins against the Giants? For some reason, they're projecting him like 14 points on Flea Flicker, and I'm confused.
Yeah, he could have a good week. Giants have been okay versus the run. They've been allowing some yards on the ground.
Jalen Coker, of course, got to shout him once a day. It's like almost a given. Go pick up Jalen Coker off your waivers, probably.
Yo, what's up, Mando? We're just about to get out of here, but you can watch back the stream if you have want to listen to any of our takes on the game tonight.
Or if you got a quick question, you could probably
if you got any questions, you can ask us before we get out of here.
Who else? AJ Barner, bro. I mean, he's like the tight end 12 right now, I think. Probably on your waivers. I don't know if I'd want to start him or feel comfortable starting him, but he's a guy.
I'd say Rodgers to this Mando. I'd go Rodgers.
Who do the Panthers play? Jets? Yeah, go Rodgers.
Yep. All right. Got to get out of here, but thank you guys for all hopping in the stream again. I'm sure we'll go live tomorrow. Talk about the game tonight. Hope you guys cash some bets. If you tail us, LeBron's, what's up? Fire off your last minute question if you got one.
I feel like Flacco is going to surprise everyone counting him out. Hubbard or Charb?
Who's Seattle play this week again? Jacksonville, right? Or no, that was last week. They play
Houston.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't like starting Sam Darnold this week, but I have to in Superflex, I feel like.
I think Hubbard. Yeah. I think Hubbard.
Yeah, Sharp's been pretty inefficient recently, but I don't think he's so bad.
I don't think he's bad. I think also, too, you guys got to realize when you're looking at like the yards per carry numbers, you guys got to think about that Charbonnet's getting asked to do like the goal line stuff, the 3rd and 1s, the 4th and 1s. Like those situations are harder to run efficiently in, and he's been able to still like get the first downs, get in the end zone. So the Seahawks aren't going to stop using him in that way. And I do think Walker is more talented for sure, but I think the coaches like how Charbonnet gets north and south. And we've shouted this on stream, but how he played down the stretch last season, I think he earned a lot of trust from the coaches. He's also better in pass pro than Walker is too, which coaches like that, even though it doesn't translate to fantasy points. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. Join the Discord. If you got any other questions, you guys can ask us in there. Thank you guys all for tuning in again. We'll be back on tomorrow, probably around the same time. Yeah, we'll see you guys in the next stream. Later.